Okay, this is starting up part 2. I forgot to mention under the shed here, I got some extra propane. I got 2 more of these cylinders on the porch of the house, but these are extras. What you may not realize is a lot of people are preparing for economic collapse and something caused by the government, but you know, an ice storm or something like that, or a tornado hitting a substation being without power this time of year is far more likely to happen. So anyway, there's 3 55 gallons full of drinking water. Now that just sits out here. You know, everybody says it might go bad, but there is let me see if I can get this to show you the label on here. Notice what was in it? Sodium hypochlorite. That is bleach. This is what the city uses to purify your city water with. Therefore, if there was any residual left in that drum, it's no big deal. All right, let me go into the shed here, show a few items that I've added to the kit. The little prepping stuff, whatever you might call it, prepper lifestyle. This is something I hope I never have to use. That's why it's still in a crate. That is one of them cooking wood stoves, a small cooking wood stove like most people put in their deer cabins and stuff. And it's much more efficient to have a stove than a fireplace. Fireplace use up way too much wood. Alright, of course you remember the bicycles and everything. And for next year, when the goats get to milking, I've got the compressors and the power milker too now. I've also added one of those top of the line all-American pressure canners. Yeah, that means I have 2 pressure canners now, because preserving food will be a major thing when I grow it and stuff. You know, of course, we've got the grain mill, a battery operated digital television set, water purification, and to crank up one of those American Red Cross. Now this stuff is out in the shed, so hey, if the house burnt down, I would still have more stuff out here. And under there's a cream separator to separate when I get the goats milking. See, goat milk is naturally homogenized, and you can leave it set around for a long time and it won't separate. So for goat milk, a cream separator is better. One thing people may not realize about goats is that the milk is actually easier on the stomach because of that homogenization. Yeah, the fat globules aren't as big as a cow's. Now for the prepper people, a goat is also better because in times of harsh weather and stuff, a goat can actually live off of less, not only less, but stuff that a cow won't eat. See, a goat will climb up, you know, on the sides of trees, and they'll eat the stuff off the side of the fence rows, and that's why a lot of farmers have a few brush goats just to keep their fence rows clean, or at least help keep the fence rows clean, because the goats will eat that stuff where the cows won't. So if you're looking at just you to have a small place and only have room for just a few animals, for a family of 4, 2 of those dairy goats will supply all of your dairy needs for most of the year. And say about 2 chickens per person, that would give you some chickens, some eggs. It's better to have more, but you know, you may have to incubate them and all like that. It depends on how much room you have. Okay, see, that's the improvements there. I got more honey supers and another honey beehive too. There's the honey supers took off. I'll be putting them back on next spring. I didn't get much honey this year, just a little bit. Okay, I don't know if we did any of this. This is all the garage that's sealed up for winter. It's been like 8 degrees without wind chill. So, tankless water heater. That way I'm not heating any water. The air compressor. Plenty of tools. You're going to have tools. And even though I do have an air compressor, a lot of them's hand tools, because with no electricity, that hand compressor, or that compressor's not very good. Now, tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a small generator. Now, the generator is big enough to run that compressor, but that's not the main thing I'm buying the generator for. The generator's for this. That's a short-term emergency. Now, short-term emergency means the ice storm where you know your power's going to come back in a week or two. So you only need to keep your food good, or like a tornado comes and knocks out your power for 3 or 4 days in the summertime. I don't want to have to sit there and drag those canners out and recan everything in that freezer. There's a little 30-06. I keep it out here in the garage because it's cold, and if I see a coyote or something and I have to go shoot them, the rifle's already cold, and all I have to do is pop those sights. If I bring it in from the house out into the garage or outside in weather like this, the optics will fog up and everything. So I keep one rifle cold out here in the garage, and it's sighted in for that cold weather. That's a 24, I think it's a 6 by 24 scope. It's excellent varmint scope, illuminated reticle, all that good stuff. Anyway, that's pretty much covers the improvements. I'll do it, like I say, on my get home bag. I'll show you the improvements I did on it on another video. But this is the update to, I guess it's been 6 months since I did the farm video. About 6 months. So this is the 6-month update or progress report, whatever you want to call it.